But if the same man comes begging in front of your house, ah, but if the man pulls out a gun, that your way of being is no more determined by anything or anybody. The situations in which you exist and whom you're facing right now will not determine the nature of your being. This is how you are.
When you're obsessed by the power of your muscle or the power of your mind or what silly little things that you can do, and you think that's everything, only then you're not a devotee. In that condition, you cannot be a devotee. You may not be bowing down, you may not be performing a ritual, you may not be sitting in a temple. Devotion does not mean going to the temple, mosque or church and doing a particular form of ritual. You may not be doing any of those standard things which are expected. Devotion simply means that in your life, whichever moment in your life when you're aware that there is something larger than yourself functioning around you, there is no other way, you will be devout. If you're aware, if you're conscious that something far larger than you is in function right now, you are naturally a devotee. There is no other way to be. When you're overwhelmed, if you're sensitive enough, if you're intelligent enough, if you're sensible enough to see that something far bigger than you is constantly in function, then you're naturally a devotee. There is no other way to be. When you think you're everything, you cannot be a devotee. When you see the reality of life, that you're just a small happening here and something far larger than you is always in function, if you're aware of this, if this is a living reality for you, you're always a devotee. When you hold someone's well-being above your own, that's devotion. This will be very hard for you to digest. I'm devoted to you. Devotion is just a simple, sweet, beautiful way of just keeping yourself aside.
That you do not choose whether situations or people as to how you are. You are the way you are. That your way of being is not any more determined by who is standing in front of you. That's the idea of devotion. Everything else, whatever other values you know, other ways of behavior you know with people, always is determined by who is standing in front of you right now. And what that? Somebody is there, nobody is there, whoever is there, whatever the situation, you are still the same person. This is the best way to establish your way of being. Right now, that's the whole problem. You are still too much of a flux, because devotion is that which is devoid of you. There's no sense of me when you're devout. If you constantly bow down to everything, genuinely, not as an exercise, not because somebody has told you, genuinely if you bow down to everything that you see within yourself and outside of yourself, then you will say, there'll be no such thing as you left. When you're devoid of you, you're always the same. Once your way of being has become consistent, now we can take you somewhere. It's possible to move, it's possible to make a journey, otherwise the journey will be a deceptive journey. You will not go anywhere because you're too fluid.